Rahim, we're going to start a new lesson. And do not forget AfghanEnglish.com for books, slides, homeworks, exercises, activities, which helps you to master the English language. And 80% of your lessons are exist at the site. So we'll move on to the next slide. And basically, we're going to study what things are going to be discussed in our tonight session. I'm going to read it for you and translate it. So please, everyone, pay attention. Guys, let's start it. Eat before Mahnaz leaves. میگه که ایده که قبل از اینکه مهناز خانه را ترک بکنه یا برود. Tonight's session explores Mahnaz's emotional eat and shared before leaving for studies abroad. جلسه امشب ایده است که احساسات مهناز نشان میده در مورد پنجشیر قبل از اینکه ترک بکنه اونجا را و بره به خاطر درس خواندن خارج از کشور یا به خاطر تحصیل خارج از کشور. Students will practice expressing necessity, importance, and recommendations using the subjunctive mood. شاگردان قرار است که امشب تمرین بکنن که ضروریات را، چیزای مهم را و پیشنهادها را چه قسم با استفاده کردن از subjunctive یا حالتهای التزامی در انگلیسی میتونن بیان. Through storytelling از طریق داستان سرایی یا قصه گفتن، discussions از طریق بحث‌ها و گفتگوها، and role play و همچنان نقش بازی کردن ها و conversation. Learners will describe culture traditions. دانش آموزا قرار است که توضیح بدن یا توصیف کنن culture traditionals عنعنات فرهنگی را، family expectations توقعات را که خانواده داره، توقعات فامیلی را، and pre-departure emotions و احساسات قبل از رفتن یا ترک کردن یا رسپار شدن به یک جایی. While using structures زمان استفاده کردن از این ساختار such as مثل it's important that she be ready. بسیار مهم است که دختر باید آماده باشه. And I suggest that everyone arrive early. و من پیشنهاد میکنم کلگی باید زود برسن. که تقسیم به جملات استفاده میکنیم و میسازیمشان در زبان انگلیسی. These are things that we're going to study them tonight. And now we will move on to the next slide, which we have tongue twister. So I'm going to read the tongue twister 3 times. میخوام براتون tongue twister 3 بار. Listen carefully about the pronunciation and also the meaning. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Roya reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Roya reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Roya reminds relatives that everyone be ready. میگه که Mahnaz makes meaningful memories. میگه مهناز میسازه خاطره های یا خاطرات بسیار پرمعنی و پرمفهوم را while همزمان با اینکه رویا reminds relatives، رویا میگه که یادآوری میکنه بر اقارب خود یا به خویشاوندانشان that everyone be ready، که کلگی باید چی باشن؟ آماده باشن. So now who practices the video first? Mr. Ali.
Yes, teacher. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Roya remains relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Roya remains relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Roya remains relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz لا وای جوړوي یا تیاروي په معنا یا معنا لرونکي خاطرات کله چې رویا یادونه د خپلوانو کوي چې ټول به آماده وي. Thank you, teacher.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much, first of all, for nice reading, fluency in pronunciation, second for the meaning. Excellent. Mr. Zahid, please read it.
Okay. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Roya reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Roya reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Roya reminds relatives that everyone be ready.
Awesome. Outstanding. Very nice reading and great pronunciation. Mr. Khairuddin, please read it.
Okay. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Royal reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes many meaningful memories while Royal reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Royal reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Khairudi, for such a great reading. Excellent. Well done. Just a little bit attention and practice on the pronunciation of word memories. When we have memories, when we have memorize. Memorize means که حفظ کردن، یعنی یک چیز را که ما وقت حفظ میخوایم بکنیم. And memories means خاطرات. In here we're going to use the word خاطرات. So in this case we're going to pronounce it memories. Otherwise that was so great. Excellent. Mr. Olfat, please read it.
Salam teacher, how are you?
Alaikum salam. I am great, thank you. How are you?
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to try. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Rhea reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Rhea reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Mahnaz makes meaningful memories while Rhea reminds relatives that everyone be ready. Thank you so much.
Excellent, Mr. Olfat. That was so nice and very well reading. And just the pronunciation of word, the second word, we're going to pronounce makes. You pronounce closely to the word max. The correct version is mix. Otherwise, that was so great. Offering well done.
Okay, teacher. Okay, thank
So
you.
now we will move on to the next slide, guys. میریم بخیر slide بعدی. And at the next slide, we have topic talk. So I'm going to read that for you and translate it, and then we have 3 questions. You guys should answer them. You guys should shortly share your opinions and ideas about the pictures. About the questions. So, and here we have Mahnaz is celebrating Eid in Panjshir. میگه Mahnaz تجلیل میکنه از Eid در پنجشیر before leaving her leaving for studies abroad. قبل از ترک کردن اونجا و رفتن درس خواندن به کشورهای خارج از کشور. Her sister Roya, خواهرش رویا, believes that it's essential that all relatives be present for this special moment. خواهرش رویا میگه به این اعتقاد است یا به این باور است یا باور که این ضروری هست و لازمی هست که تمام اقاربشان باید حاضر باشن در قسم یک لحظه خاص. The family is preparing traditional food. میگه که فامیلش برش آماده میکنن غذاهای سنتی را. Decorating the courtyard میگه دیزاین کردن یا تزیین کردن محولی را. And planning visits و همچنین برنامه‌ریزی کردن از دید و بازدیدها. Mahnaz feels emotional. Mahnaz بسیار احساساتی است. Because به خاطر که it's important that she spend quality time with everyone. به خاطر که بسیار برش مهم است که میگه سپری کنه وقت خود بسیار با کیفیت. با کیفیت منظور زمین است که بسیار عالی و در اوج خوشحالی و مثلا خوش بودن اینا میگه تایم خود سپری کنه امرا با همگی. رویا رویا پیشنهاد کرد that the gifts be arranged early so there is no stress. رویا پیشنهاد کرد که اگر هدیه ها و تحفه زودتر آماده شوند هیچ استرس نمی داشته باشه، هیچ استرس وجود باقی نمیمانه. Today امروز we'll talk about how to express importance. امروز قرار است ما بخوانیم صحبت کنیم در مورد ازی که و بحث بکنیم راجع به چیزهای با اهمیت. Recommendations پیشنهادات and wishes و آرزوها using the subjunctive mood با استفاده کردن از subjunctive mood یا حالات التزامی که به فارسی برش میگیم. These are things that we're going to study tonight. So we're now move on to the blue box. We have 3 questions here, but before that, please one of you guys read this paragraph and translate it into Pashto. Mr. Ali?
Yes, dear teacher. Topic about Mahnaz. Mahnaz is celebrating it in Panjshir. Mahnaz شكلنا أختر المنزل في بنشير ولايتي before leaving for studies abroad. مشكلة دينا شيء أولاد شيء درسونه تا خارج تا بحر تا. Her sister Roya believes that هو رویا شكلنا بدي باور تا it's essential that all relatives be present for this special moment. چې دا هغوی ټول خپلوان به په دغه مهمه یا هم خاصه صحنه کې موجود اوسېږي. The family is preparing traditional food او دا کورنۍ چې کوم ده آماده کوي دستوری غذا decorating the courtyard او صفا کوي یا ښایست ورکوي خپل هغه حویلۍ یا انګړ ته and planning visits او پلان نیسي د چکر لپاره. مهناز feels emotional. مهناز چې کوم دا وایي احساساتي یعنې داسې احساساتي ده because it's important that she spend quality time with everyone. ځکه چې دا ورته مهمه ده چې تېروي دغه خپل قیمتي وخت له نورو یا له ټولو سره. رویا suggest that the gifts be arranged. رویا چې کوم ده مشوره ورکوي یا غواړي یا فکر کوي چې جالۍ چې کوم دي باید آماده شي early وختي so that is there is no stress. نو هیڅ کوم فشار نشته. Today we will talk about how to express importance. نن به موږ نن خبرې وکړو یا داسې درس ووایو چې څنګه express how can I translate it teacher? What does express mean?
To explain.
Okay. We will talk about how to express importance. موږ به نن داسې مطلب په دې درس کې ووایو چې څنګه توضیح کړو یا تشریح کړو مهموالی recommendations غوښتنې and wishes او هیلې using the subjunctive mood استعمال د subjunctive mood دغه اړشل دی.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ali. That was very nice and great reading and very nice translation. Thank you for your help. And now we'll move on to the question part. We have 2 questions, and I ask you guys to shortly answer these questions, please. So the first one is, what is important for your family during Eid? Mr. Zahid?
Okay, then I will answer the first one. What is important for your family during Eid? Before Eid, we buy clothes and shoes for ourselves and for our family. And after that, when Eid, in Eid day, before Eid prayer, we go to graveyard cemetery and there for prayer in all our father, our parents, somebody who has died, and we go to graveyard for praying. After that, we came to home. In our family, our relatives, such as cousins or uncle, they join in one family, and we eat breakfast. And after that, boys go to masjid for Eid prayer. And when we done Eid namaz, we outside to masjid. We give to Eid Mubarak to all relatives in all villagers. And after that, we came to our home and we give Eid Mubarak to parents and relatives. And in our culture, and we if anybody who has engaged and he and his family go to his fiance's home and they buy some things, sweets and fruits and some private things for fiancé, and they go to first eat lunch to his fiancé homes. And after that, some boys and they go to for picnic to another province, or there is one park by name Nakamura, and we go to there, and also another in Jalalabad or Kabul for picnic.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zahid, for sharing such a great and amazing tradition that you have in your family for celebrating the Eid. Basically, it is the first time I heard most of them they're the same for everyone, but some of them they were a little bit out for me, and that was so great. And I really wonder, they're so great traditionals, and thank you so much for sharing that. And while you were speaking, I know there's 2 things I want to mention. First of all, I want to say the word murda. We're going to use dead, not died. And the next one, whenever I want to say, or I try to say ada mekonim ya ada kadan namaz ra, yani khondan namaz ra, it's better to say after offering the prayer. Offer prayer means ada kadan namaz. Otherwise, that was so great, and I'm very happy that learn something new about your culture and also about your family traditional. Well done. We'll move on to the next question, number 2. What should everyone do before guests arrive? So, should I translate this one first? Or you understand the meaning of this question?
No need, teacher. I think no need for translating.
Okay, what should everyone do before guests arrive? Maybe کاری چیکار باید انجام بدن قبل از اینکه میمونان بیاین. So who can answer this question? Mr. Ali?
Yes, dear teacher. For everyone, as we usually do, we have to everyone have to help with their family to prepare their house on the day of Eid, and also prepare themselves, and also along with bringing some traditional foods with gifts on the day of Eid or during the Eid or before the Eid. So these are all the arrangements or something that everyone have to plan before Eid to arrange their house and bringing traditional foods with gifts and also yeah, prepare themselves too. That was my short answer.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ali, for sharing your answer with us, and I really appreciate it. But I have a question. By saying arrange their house, you mean decorate their houses?
Yes, arranging, I mean that decorating.
Great, great. So it's better to use the word decorate or decoration for them. Otherwise, that was so good, excellent. And the last question is, how do family prepare when someone leaves for studies؟ میگم فامیلا چه آمادگی میگیرن وقتی که یک نفر میخواد مثلا جمع میشن فامیلشون درس خواندن داره. تو مصر خیرالدین.
How do families prepare when someone leaves for studies? Often or all of people do some same thing like when someone is left to or go to abroad for study, is maybe relative or some relative comes to their house or our house can and and to spending time for a short time, maybe one night or maybe one day for gathering to and صوت بوهان بوشن شخص میشه
And spend time together.
Spending time together, yes. And also maybe someone bring some gift for who is leaves, who is travel, and yes, like that, teacher.
Thank you so much, Mr. Khairuddin, for answering the question and also speaking very nice about this question. And I just have one thing I will mention with you, not just with you, with all students. The word, we have basically two types of nouns. I mean, two forms of noun, regular and irregular. Some nouns we can plural them or make pluralization with added s. But some noun, I mean, they themselves, they're like plural, and here's no need to add as, is, or anything else. Sometimes we change their form. For example, like person and people. When people itself is plural, here's no need to say peoples. It is grammatically it's wrong, and the correct version for that is just people. Yes, that was so good, excellent, and well done. Guys, check again English.com for more slides, books, videos, and quizzes. And now it's time to move on to the next slide, which we have grammar. We're going to study grammar and after that inshallah we'll practice that on a role play. Then I'm going to give you a chance. So for grammar, what do we have? Today we're going to study some very important part. First, I'm going to read here for you and translate it, then I will give extra information. The subjunctive mood is used after expressions of importance, suggestion or necessity. میگه که subjunctive mood ها استفاده میشه به خاطر بیان کردن چیزایی که بسیار مهم هستن یا با اهمیت هستن، برای پیشنهادات و همچنین برای چیزایی که الزامی ضروری هستن. Before directly move on to the slide and also read the structure, let me first tell you that what is the subjunctive mood exactly. أول بار اینکه براتون بگم که خود subjunctive mood یعنی چی. We use the subjunctive mood to express wishes. هر زمانی که بخوایم ما wishes مثلا آرزوها را and imagined situation وضعیت‌های مثلا خیالی هستن یا تصوری هستن and to make proposals and suggestions. و هر زمانی که بخوایم مثلا پیشنهادات یا مثلا چیز آفر کنیم برای یک نفر، ما میتونیم از subjunctive mood استفاده بکنیم. I'm going to repeat it again. Whenever I want to express wishes, imagine situations and suggestions, I'm going to use subjunctive mood. We use the subjunctive mood to express wishes, as I told you. For example, whenever I want to talk about something which is essential or it's important, or I want to show the suggestion or imaginary situation, I can use subjunctive moods. And I will give you examples after studying the structure because it might make you confused. We use the subjunctive mood and mostly, if you remember last night we studied conditionals, like first conditional clause, and subjunctive mood is related to the clauses. The present subjunctive uses the base form of the verb with all subjects. What do I mean by this? Whenever we have subjunctive mood یعنی جمله چی مانا که میگه امروی the present subjunctive mood زمانی که من subjunctive mood استفاده میکنم، یعنی کلمات استفاده structure استفاده میکنم که راجع به موارد التزامی باشه در انگلیسی ما بخوایم و در زمان حال میخوایم رو بیان کنم. در این صورت من راست که بیس فرم ورب یعنی حالت اول ورب استفاده میکنم در کل سابجکت ها. اگر یادتان باشه ما خوانده بودیم که whenever we have a third person singular subjects, we're going to add ses to the verb. For example, he eats, she teaches, it works. in قسمی ما اس اضافه میکردیم. But وقتی که subjunctive mood میشه و and also it is present tense, we're going to use base form of the verb. در این صورت دوست قرار است که ما base form verb استفاده کنیم. در این صورت دوست ولو که third person singular هم باشه، از شخص سوم مفرد هم باشه، ما ses اضافه کردن میتونیم. ما یادم رفت که در شروع سلاید گرامر براتون بگویم که قلم کتابچه باید پیشتون باشه که چیزایی رو گفتم این کلتون نوت بگیریم و مثلا من که حتما هست پیشتون. So in this case, in present subjunctive, we're going to use the base form of the verb with all subjects. It doesn't matter if it's singular, plural. We just have to use base form. We use the present subjunctive to talk about a present or future hypothetical. Whenever I want to talk about the present and future, I can use subjunctive moods. So look, for example, if I want to make an example, I'm going to say I suggested he stop eating out. So in here, first of all I show suggestion using the subjunctive mood. اول چیکار کردم با استفاده کردن از subjunctive mood که suggest بود من پیشنهاد کردم یا جمله پیشنهادی من نشون دادم. بعد از چی آمد verb the simple present tense آمد که subject من هی بود. ما حالت بیس فرمش استفاده کردم. من نگفتم که he stops، گفتم he stopped. I suggested he stop eating out. من پیشنهاد کردم باشم که او بچه چی کنه stop کنه غذا خوردن در بیرون را. Like this I can build sentences in subjunctive mood. But in the past subjunctive we use the past simple form or with be. We use were with all subjects. مثلا در حالت past که میشه اگر اول مثلا جملات دیگه باشه میتونم امو حالت دوم میشه simple past استفاده بکنم، حالت دوم verb منظورم است. و وقتی که to be verb ها میشه. to be verb ها simple present simple past tense خوانده بودیم که we have had two be verbs in past form which are was and were که was were بودن. اما وقتی که subjunctive mood استفاده میکنیم و جمله ما the past simple past است. So in this case we're going to use were for all subjects. در این صورت است که باز ما were بر کل subject استفاده میکنم. مثلا اگر من subjunctive mood جمله بسازم subject I استفاده کنم من برش نمیتونم از was استفاده کنم. در حالی که basically I can use it is a rule basically to use was with I and also he she it, but in subjunctive moods I can't. For example, we use the past subjunctive to talk about things we wish it were true, or that we wish had happened in the past. So in this case I'm gonna use were instead of was. For example, I'm gonna say that مثلا ما بخوایم به past جمله بسازم که as were استفاده کرده باشم. So in this case I'm gonna I just can use were. فقط میدارم که از were استفاده کنم برش. مثلا he looked straight through me as if I were invisible. So like this. Or if I were you I would choose for example economic. مثلا اگه ما بخوایم به یک نفر پیشنهاد بدم یا مثلا بهش بگویم که اگه ما به جای تو میبودم I have told you براتون گفته بودم که subjunctive mood استفاده میکنیم there's past tense to talk about imaginary things that they're not real. چیزایی که real بوده نمیتونن. مثلا من شده نمیتونم. So in this case I'm gonna say that if I were you, not if I speak if I was you, it's totally and completely incorrect. I have to say if I were you I would choose for example economic, like this. And now we look at the slide, we use the base form of the verb which is subjunctive mood as I told you, and the structure for that is it plus adjective plus that plus subject plus base verb. For example, it's essential that Mahnaz be present during Eid. Royal suggests that everyone arrive early. It's important that the courtyard be decorated. Look guys, in here, be, arrive, all of them, they are base form of the verb. Why? Because in the first sentence, we have subjunctive mood. And mostly, let me tell you something, most common verbs that we can use them, or most common phrases that we can use them and followed by the subjunctive, there's suggest, recommend, request, demand, essential, and insist. These are verbs that mostly followed by the subjunctive. You know, phrase هستن که commonly استفاده میشن. اکثرا مثلا استفاده میشن. Why? Because at the beginning I have told you that whenever I want to talk about, for example, wishes, recommendations, suggestions, I'm gonna use subjunctive mood. And do you have any question till here? If you have any question in this grammar you can ask me. سوال دارین مستقیما میتونین بپرسین. مشکلش ما که گرامر است ما براتون بگیم چی است. خب به خاطر اینکه مثلا step by step گرامر رو نمیفهمین. مثلا subjunctive mood که میگم این subjunctive mood connected به clause. اینا مطمئن است مثلا clause رو شما خودت به دیتیلز نمیفهمین مثلا مثلا explanation داده بودم براتون. But yes, Mr. Ulfat said that if I become an English teacher, my students will learn everything except grammar. So guys, grammar is something that all students like they're afraid from that, but it's something very easy. It's like a game. Once you understand the rule, once you understand the tactics, you will become like master at the grammar. So the only thing which helps you is more practicing, and that's it. So I think you guys do not have any question, and we'll move on to the questions here. We have 3 questions. If you can answer them, so it will be up to start. This one is, why do we say be instead of is? Should I be is? Who can answer this question? I'm gonna answer it myself. as I told you at the beginning, and also as we mentioned in here, we said that we use the base form of the verb. the base form of verb استفاده میکنیم. So base form to be verb حالت اولش میشه be میشه, regardless of this MR. So in this case, I have to use be. The next one, can we use should instead of subjunctive? متى بنجي جملة subjunctive as should استفاده کنیم? It means to use should as an auxiliary verb. So who can answer this question, guys? Do you have any idea? I'm gonna answer this myself as well. Yes, we can add should in the sentences. There is no problem with that. For example, I can say that it is important that she be ready, and I can also say it like this: that it's important that she should be ready. Both of them are correct, but basically be is more formal and advanced than should. Should is not commonly used. We are not like we can't. It's better to not use should, but it is like something that we can use it. And the next one is subjunctive more formal or informal? For saying this, I have to say subjunctive moods, all those structures that they have a little bit complex formula or format, mostly they are formal. So for subjunctive mood, we have the same. It is formal, and mostly we use it for in academic writings. So now we will move on to the rule play. We're going to practice the grammar which we study here at the rule play. And for reading that, I need a partner. We'll move on to the next slide. Mother says it's essential that the sweets be placed on the table. مادرم گفت که بسیار مهم است که ما شیرینی بابا یا شیرینی‌ها را سر میز باید باریم.
I hope that everyone arrive early tomorrow. هیله من داشتم که هر کدام وقتاً برسه سبب بخیر.
It's necessary that your bags be packed before Eid morning. بسیار مهم است که بکس‌ها تو باید جمع شود و یا بسته‌بندی شود قبل از صبح روز عید.
You are right. Let's finish everything now. راست میگی. که هر چیز خلاص کنیم. I'm the host.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Ali, for reading and but still it's so great. I want to it is so great and outstanding. Well done. I wish I could speak that much Pashto, but I can. So I'm gonna give the chance to Mr. Fahim and also Mr. Alfat. Mr. Fahim, you were there and Alfat, you were Mahnaz.
It is important that you be ready before the relative arrive.
Yes, and I suggest that we prepare the gifts tonight.
Mother says it is essential that sweets be placed on the table.
I hope that everyone arrives early tomorrow.
It is necessary that your bags be packed before Eid morning.
Yes, you are right. Let's finish everything now.
Thank you so much, guys, for reading, and that was so great. Well done. Very well reading, but just about the pronunciation of word placed, and also another one, which was arrive, and one more necessary. Otherwise, that was so great. Excellent, guys. Now, Mr. Khairuddin will read it with who? Let me see. Shall Khairuddin, you are Mahnaz, and this time Ali, you are Roya.
Okay, dear teacher.
Yes. Yes, sure.
It's important that you be ready before relatives arrive.
Yes, and I suggest that we prepare the gifts tonight.
Mother says it's essential that the sweets be placed on the table.
I hope that everyone arrive early tomorrow. Yeah.
It's necessary that your bags be packed before 8 morning.
You are right. Let's finish everything now.
Thank you.
Nice, so nice, so great, guys. Thanks so much for reading. And I have nothing to say. It was so great. Now it's time to move on to the next
Ustad,
slide. Yes, Mr. Khairuddin.
In model says it is essential that the sweets be placed on the table. أنا قسمتك sweets be placed. الموضوع تقسمش يعني باشد يا بگذاریم.
Okay, that the sweets be placed که میگه که چینی باید سر میز قرار داده شود.
قرار شود.
یا مانده شود. Yes. So now we'll move on to the next slide, guys. And at the next slide, we have it is speaking time. Basically, we have two pictures, and you guys should just talk about one of them. So let me see that who wants to first talk about the pictures. The first person would be Mr. Ali.
Okay, dear teacher, thank you so much for giving me the chance again. There are three pictures, and I want to talk about the first one. As we see in the picture, that there are some children, or many children. In here, we see some groups of lights and also some small carpets, and the courtyard is decorated. It's clearly shown that here is the day of the Eid. About ourselves, that about our childhood. Um, I remember when we were children, like these children. Of course, um, uh, at that time, we were very happy for it. In also now too, uh, uh, as we say, or as I don't know, is a hadith or not, but Muslims have two happiness in every year. That's Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. But in the childhood, it is of course very big happiness for the children. As we were children at that time, we were taking new clothes, and now too. But that time was different from now when we were children. Of course, that time was very different for us, because our shoes or slippers or and also our clothes were we were carrying them very much when we were children, to for the first day of Eid. Um, uh, I mean that totally. I mean that it was very uh, full of happiness in the childhood for us, and also in this picture, as we can see. Thank you, the teacher, for giving me the chance.
You're most welcome, Mr. Ali, and it was very awesome and outstanding speech about the first picture, and I really appreciate it. And it was very great information and very logical answer. Excellent. The next person would be Mr. Ulfat.
Okay, teacher, I want to describe the second picture and shortly. And there is two girls in a room, and they prepare they prepare clothes and bags, and I don't know where they go. It's enough.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ulfat. It was so funny, especially the last word that you used, that you don't know where they're going. And that's not important, but your speech was so short. I didn't expect that much, but still it was acceptable. Excellent. But next time, please try to speak a little bit longer. And who wants to speak about one of these pictures, guys? Mr. Fahim and Mr. Khairuddin. Yes, Khairuddin.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your chance. But I want to talk about second picture.
Yes, you can.
Okay. As I see the second picture, here clothes, maybe clothes or books and something she bought for herself, and her mother is looks happy because of daughter. She goes to abroad for studies. It is good news, good situation or for her mother. And also maybe her mother gives some advice and some some advice for her daughter, and be a pension a pension. با صبر باش.
Being patient.
Be patient or and good. خب درس بخون چطور بشه؟ Good study, yeah. Good
What?
study. خب درس بخونی، خب کوشش کن.
Okay, for hard working and studying well.
Yeah, hard working and good studying. Yes, this is my opinion.
First of all, thank you so much, Mr. Khairuddin, for speaking and also talking about the picture. I really appreciate your courage. It's so great and outstanding. The same feedback as I gave you last night, or maybe it was, I don't know, when was that? But I told you that try to not make very much pauses, because it makes your fluency like seems a little bit lower. Otherwise, that was so good. Basically, you know how to talk about the pictures, you know the words, you know the structure, but the only thing which makes harms your speaking, it is like pauses and also stress. Otherwise, that's so great, excellent. And Mr. Fahim, yes, Mr. Khairuddin.
نفهمیدم شما چی گفتین؟
خیلی خوب بود. همین که صحبتم کردی در مورد از تصاویر بسیار عالی بود، اما مقصم که یک شب دوام برات فیدبک دادم که پاز زیاد در سپیکینگ یعنی سختی ایجاد میکنه، با وجود که مثلا یعنی فلوئنسی تا کم میکنه. خلاصه مثلا نمو جوان صحبت کردن کمک مثلا انکلیر میسوزه دا که مثلا خودت میفهمی جملات چه قسم بلد کنی، استراکچر چه قسم کام ورد استفاده کنی.
راستش هم وقت خسته کن میشه صدقی. تشکر استاد.
نه اصلا خسته کن. I really appreciate it. انا بسیار خوب خیلی عالی بود. فقط یگانه چیزی که هست you just a little bit more practice. Mr. Fahim.
Thank you, teacher. I'd like to talk about the third picture. As I see in this picture, first of all, there is a pure Afghani decoration in the walls, and I see some children and also families that they are celebrating. Maybe it is Eid festival. There are so many children and also women. Maybe they are relatives of someone and they are gathering in one place. Maybe someone whom I think they are so happy and they are waiting for their men that they will come from the mosque after the prayer of the Eid. So this is a very important time for children that after celebration of Eid, they will get some money from the elders. Thank you, teacher.
You're most welcome, Mr. Fahim. That was very great and very nice speech about the picture. It was so great, especially the sentences which you used. But just I want to mention one thing, because you said that Eid. I don't know what was that. Okay, by the way, I've forgotten now, but whenever I recall it, I will tell you. Otherwise, bunch of thanks from all you students who participated in this session. It was so great and outstanding. Next night, I want more preparation from all of you guys. Now we'll move on to the next slide. And at the next slide, we have reading. I'm going to read the reading for you and translate it. And after that, we have 3 questions in here and you guys should answer them. So please pay attention. Mahnaz was preparing for Eid in Panjshir before leaving for studies abroad. Mahnaz در حال آماده کردن یا آماده میکرد آمادگی خود میگرفت برای اید در پنجشیر قبل از ترک کردن پنجشیر و رفتن به درس خارج از کشور. Roya believed it was essential that everyone be present for a celebration. رویا میگه که به باور بود و به عقیده بود که کلی باید حاضر باشن که برای celebration یا برای جشن اید. The house was decorated with colorful fabrics. میگه که امی خانه decorate شده بود یا تزیین شده بود همراه با فابریکای یا به حساب چی میگه فابریک به فارسی پارچه یا تکه های رنگارنگ تزیین شده بود. And relatives were expected soon. و میگه امی relative یا اقارب میگه که یعنی انتظار از این داشتیم که زود برسن دیگه. رویا suggested that the cousins help with decorations. میگه رویا پیشنهاد داد که امی کزناش هم کمک کنه در decoration یا در تزیینات. Mahnaz felt emotional. Mahnaz بسیار احساساتی بود and said that it was important و گفت که بسیار مهم است that she cherished every moment with her family که سپری بکنه هر لحظه را با خانوادهش و یا سپری کردن هر لحظه با خانوادهش برای قدر داره یا مثلا قدردانش است. Children were playing in the courtyard while neighbors visited warmly. طفلک‌ها در حولی بازی میکردن در حالی که همسایه‌شان بسیار به گرمی و صمیمیت بازدید میکردن. رویا reminded everyone that the gifts be arranged before evening. و میگه رویا به کل یادآوری کرد که قبلشان باید کل تفاحات آماده باشن و تنظیم شده باشه. Mahnaz looked at the mountains and hoped that her family enjoyed the celebration. The celebration. میگه مهناز به کوهها نگاه میکرد و امیل می‌داشت که خانوادهش از جشن لذت ببره. She knew it was necessary that she prepared herself for life in another country. او میفهمید و میدانست که لازم هست یا حتمی است که خود به زندگی جدید کشور نو آماده بسازد. Despite the sadness, she smiled, knowing this Eid would create lasting memories and strengthen her connection to him. میگه با وجود از اینکه با وجود غم یا جگرخونی او لبخند زد که اید خاطرات ماندگار میسازدش و ارتباطش با خانواده قوی‌تر میسازد. So now before moving to the next part, just one of you guys should read it and translate it, and then we will move on. But unfortunately, no, guys, we can't because we do not have time. We will straightly and directly move on to the questions. میریم مستقیم به خیلی سوالا. And if you have any questions specifically with the meaning, you can ask me. If you don't, so you can answer the questions first. So the first one is, where is Mahnaz celebrating Eid? میگه مهناز کجا میگه که celebrate میکنه یا تجلیل میکنه از Eid? Who can answer this question, guys?
Yes, dear teacher. Mahnaz was celebrating the Eid in Panjshir before leaving for studies abroad.
Excellent. Completely correct answer. Well done. The next one is, why is this Eid important? Mr. Khairuddin. Why is this Eid important? بخاطرش میگه که Eid مهمه.
Yes, but I didn't find in the paragraph.
Okay, I'm gonna say that it was important that she cherished every moment with her family because we can say that it was her last like the Eid celebration in her hometown with her family, because after this Eid, she is going to go abroad.
Yes.
Yes. Question number 3: How does Mahnaz feel about leaving? She is داشت وقتی که so you can answer this question.
Yes, dear teacher. Um, Despite the sadness, she smiled, knowing that it would create lasting memories and strengthen her connection to home.
Excellent, well and completely correct answer. Well done. So now we'll move on to the next slide if you do not have any question, guys. In here, the last slide we have vocabulary. I'm gonna read it and translate it for you. Pay attention on pronunciation. And the first word we have is essential. Essential means ضروری. It's essential that everyone be present. میگه بسیار ضروری هست یا لازم باشه. The next one is departure. Departure means مسافر کردن یا رفتن، یعنی رفت شدن به طرف یک جای، یعنی مسافر شدن. مهناز departure is after Eid، میگه که یا رفتن مهناز بعد از Eid است. Next one is cherish. Cherish means گرامی داشتن یا قدردانی کردن. She wants to cherish every moment. و میخواد دام باشه یا گرامی بداره امی هر لحظه. Courtyard means حولی. The courtyard is decorated for Eid. میگه حولی decorate شده بود برای Eid یا تزیین شده بود. And the last word is nostalgia. Nostalgia means که خاطره انگیز. She feels nostalgia before leaving. یعنی حس یک خاطر انگیزه داشت قبل از لیو کردن یا ترک کردن، یعنی ترک کردن friendship. So these were words that we studied in tonight, guys, and it was our session. And if you guys have any question or any problem, you can ask me now. If you don't, we're going to leave and say goodbye. Do you have any question?